Anwar has talked about being the Prime Minister in September. He talked about that possibility. Where would that leave you in your struggle if that should that become a reality?
Yes, I told you my conscience is reforms, and I am not pro-winner. I'm pro-truth and I'm pro-reform. And if he ever become Prime Minister, and if I still believe that he is an anti-reforms or being antithesis to reform, I will keep on fighting him. And mind you that I've a lot of experience fighting a Prime Minister before, so it doesn't take much trouble for me to go against any Prime Minister.
But it's a curious thing that you were considering. I mean, they offered you not PKR but Pakatan Rakyat. Then the opposition front, they actually offered you a seat to contest in the general elections, and you were considering whether to or not. And now it's just a change so quick.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary, isn't it? It's like, ooh.
Yeah, again, it's because of reforms. Those days, there are no reforms introduced by the powers that be. And I believe, those days, the best for me is to remain in NGO and to pursue the struggle of through NGO, through Gerak. That is my concern. Of course, they have been offered, and there are also the possibility. The closest that I come to is to contest under an independent. With the understanding of the oppositions. Why? Because I still want to pursue the agenda of reforms through a civil society platform. And because to my mind, that time is that we have to strengthen the civil society, which is to me until today is important. Reforms needs not only an active participation of political party, but also active and healthy and strong participation of civil society. That's why I have been dealing with the NGO through Gerak. But after the elections, the major turning point is because we have a Prime Minister who wants to do reforms, which is to me very significant and very important. Because he is in power. If he is not in power, I will still be in Gerak and to pursue that. Not because his power can do anything to me, but because his power can do a lot of things to the country, to the people. And having someone in power willing to do reforms is to me significant, and that's why I changed my mind and whatever I want to say, very fast going back to politics after
right
elections.
Right now, UMNO politics is still very fluid. There's been moves to oust the Prime Minister, or rather Datuk Sri Abdullah, as UMNO president. So do you think that he would have time to finish his reform agenda? Because elections are just a few months away. The push seems to be really strong.
Yeah, but my concern is not individuals. My concern is not personality, but my concern is the policy. And I'm here because of the policy that he introduced. And to me, people might say that UMNO is weakened, but in terms of reform policies of reform, UMNO is in the strongest position for reform compared to before. UMNO has introduced strongly the acts and the policies of reform, which to me has not been introduced before. So that's why I'm here. Whether they want to unseat anyone or they want to put anyone, it's not basically my main concern. My main concern is the policy of reforms. My main concern is to make sure and to take the opportunity to find and further boost the resolve for reforms through the ruling party at the moment.
What do you think of the UMNO? Who are UMNO leaders that you like right now?
Wow, that is tough question. Then people will say there are people that I don't like.
I mean, generally, in terms of credibility, in terms of capability.
Of course, Abdullah Badawi. You know, I'm not close to Datuk Sri Abdullah.
Okay.
You know, in fact, my meeting with him is my first meeting with him was just 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm impressed with his sincerity. I'm impressed with his humbleness and you know, being simple. I think that is his strength, and then I think the belief in God fearing. I think that is his he always has bottom line, you know, in terms of that. So I think that's his strength, and that impressed me. Najib has shown his strong capacity in his intellectualism. Even Anwar once told me, you know, when I asked Anwar, you know, when you were the youth chief before, who is the smartest among your youth exco? You know, he said Najib, and he stays much above than the rest. This is Anwar words. You can ask him whether he still wants to admit that or not. You know? and it is true enough, you know. And I think he has the capacity and strength. He has the strength of maybe the father, the late Tun Razak. So of course there is sort of things that, you know, can be the basis of admiration. Yeah.
You name the top two, mana pada tu? Tak ada dah. Muhyiddin
To be safe lah, top two. Muhyiddin lah. Yeah. Muhyiddin,
okay.
yeah. Muhyiddin has shown his, especially lately, you know, his resolve, his the courage to speak for Malay and for the party at large. And I think UMNO, you know, needs someone of that stature and courage. And he's next, according to Anwar, those days he is next after Najib in terms of smartness in youth exco.
Hisham, you still don't like him?
Hisham. I'm quite close with him actually.
Okay.
Those days, Hisham is very charming. He's always friendly, you know, and he's very open and friendly. So I feel very comfortable with him. You know, I'm very comfortable with him, Hisham.
I suppose I shouldn't ask you which are the leaders that you don't like.
Yes, please don't.
Okay.
Because my membership is not approved yet. You know?
Okay,
Then
then I'll ask you about the leader. Ask you about the leader who's no more an UMNO member now.
Okay.
Tun Dr. Mahathir. He left the party, right? And the party said that they would like him to return one day. And he's also made some comment about your leaving. He's just said that, oh, okay, I leave, he comes in. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I take it in a good note, a positive note. Of course, I have many reasons not to like him. But out of that personal things, I think he's a leader. He's a great leader in his own way, his own kind, and you know, one of the highest profile UMNO leader or alive now. So to me, he's still a force or an individual to be reckoned with.